Less than 24 hours and counting until the big game kicks off in Tampa, Florida. The Steelers and the Cardinals are ready. The Springsteen halftime show is set. But today, the real rush is on in the kitchen. Kristen Dahlgren has the latest from Tampa.
There are fans that come for the football.
Go Steelers!
There are those that come for the show.
Just want to say hi to everybody.
But if the way to your heart is through your stomach,
Wow.
This is your MVP. Levy Restaurants is providing Sunday's super menu at Raymond James Stadium. And we're not talking chips and dip.
Florida stone crab claws, Cuban short ribs, of course the lobster macaroni and cheese, hot dogs, brats, and then alligator sausage.
Alligator sausage.
Alligator sausage.
That's not your typical Super Bowl fare.
Many of the dishes do have a Florida flair, but they'll also be serving up some classics, and a lot of them. More than 14,000 burgers, 55,000 dogs, 32,000 slices of pizza, and more than 100,000 chicken nuggets.
You basically take a menu for 8 people and multiply it by 10,000.
So down in the kitchen, the team is in a full blitz, rushing through yards of cobblers, sacking stacks of popcorn, and tackling a ton of seafood.
So you guys aren't messing around here.
No, we're not messing around.
After all, this is the big game, and no matter who wins, everyone here is sure to get a taste of victory. For the more than 100 million fans who will be watching at home, the menu probably not so elaborate. It's estimated that 1 in 7 Americans will be ordering takeout or delivery tomorrow. About half of those will be having pizza. Kristen Dahlgren, NBC News, Tampa.
Now, I just ate dinner, but after watching that, I'd say I'm hungry again. Well, one of the best parts about the Super Bowl are the many hilarious commercials, and the cost of the spots this year have just set a new record. $206 million. NBC announced today that's how much they made off of the 67 commercial spots. With around 100 million people expected to watch, the Super Bowl is regarded as the premier advertising event. So just how much does 30 seconds cost you? Why not try about $3 million? And just a reminder, you'll be able to watch Super Bowl 43 tomorrow right here on NBC Augusta. The Super Bowl pregame show starts at 12 and the game kicks off at 6:28 Sunday night. And it doesn't stop there. The fun continues after the big game. We'll take you to 3 parties where NBC Augusta's own Trent Butler, Bridget Williams, and Stan Birdie all crashed. Just watch NBC Augusta 26 News tomorrow after The Office. Now switching gears from football over to baseball, the Atlanta Braves were in town today to get folks excited for the 2009 baseball season. Coming up, find out how they were getting fans into the swing of things for the upcoming season. Plus, Rich Rogers is next with your Storm Tracker forecast. You're watching NBC Augusta 26 News at 11. Well, Rich, it's going to be a beautiful day out tomorrow, and, just in the spirit of things, I figure, I'll bring a ball, we can throw some passes in the parking lots.
Yeah, to give you something better to do than work, of course. But, tomorrow will be a nice day, and we had a pretty nice January as well, looking back for the month. Today is the last day of January, and temperatures were warmer than average, up to almost 2 degrees above average for the month. We'll take a look at the stats here, and 3 inches below average for rainfall, so not much rain. Now, if you don't like the rain, that's good news, but we certainly do need the rain, as we don't want to get this year started off like we did last year. So it was a warm and dry month, the 7th driest January since 1950. Now, Groundhog Day is on Monday, so we want to kind of go over the Groundhog Day rules here. If the groundhog sees his shadow, it's 6 more weeks of winter. If he does not see his shadow, it's an early spring. So here's our little groundhog. You see he's got his little shadow there, and then here's the one that unfortunately he doesn't have a shadow and he looks a little lost, but we'll have to wait and see what the groundhog says Monday morning to see if we have an early spring or not. And of course, the Climate Prediction Center, the groundhog's paying attention. They're predicting more likely than normal for warm temperatures for our area for February, March, and April, and of course drier as well, which is not good news for our drought situation. We'll have more in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, thanks, Rich. Well, some of the Atlanta Braves were in Augusta today to get fans geared up for the 2009 Major League Baseball season. Pitcher Mike Gonzalez and third base coach Brian Snicker, along with alumni Zane Smith and Jim Nash, were at Academy Sports and Outdoors in Evans today. Now, it's a part of the Braves Community Caravan. The athletes signed autographs and met with their fans who were excited, but maybe not totally satisfied.
I was excited because I'm a huge Braves fan. I've been a Braves fan for a long time. So
I just wish it was Frank or somebody. He's my favorite.
The Caravan will also be making stops in Macon, Athens, and Spartanburg. Well, we are still in January, but it already feels like March Madness over here. A couple of buzzer beaters on the hardwood this afternoon. NBC Augusta's Jason Folk will have the highlights next in sports. You're watching NBC Augusta 26 News at 11.
How good has the Peach Belt Conference been this basketball season? Well, take this into account. The conference currently has 4 teams ranked inside the top 25. That's the most for any Division II conference in the nation. It also happens to be the first time the conference has ever had 4 teams ranked inside the top 25. Tonight, all 4 of those ranked teams in action. It just so happens against each other. We'll start in Aiken, where the 14th ranked Pacers were hosting 12th ranked Armstrong Atlantic State. The Pirates would get off to a fast start. Former Aiken Tech standout Gabriel Robinson gets it to go off the glass. Armstrong would start the game on an 8-2 run, but Aiken able to take this game over from behind the arc. Cody Ballard knocks down to 3. Then it's Seth Leonard. He finished with 6. USC Aiken as a team shot 36% from 3. Kingsley Oguchi went 3 for 5 from deep. He finished with a team high 20. Aiken wins 81-76. The other ranked matchup taking place in Milledgeville this afternoon. Georgia College and State shocked USC Aiken last week. They do it again this afternoon, getting the 79-76 win over Augusta State. Garrett Saller had 18 for the Jaguars in the loss. How about on the ladies' side of the conference? USC Aiken taking on Armstrong and pick things up late in the second half. Pacers up 3. Morgan Johnson, your reigning Peach Belt Player of the Week. Good chance she'll do it again. A career high 23 points tonight. Aiken up 5 at that point. Then it's Kendra Chandler. She gets the turnaround to fall. She had 10. USC Aiken wins 60-56. Augusta State gets a game high 20 from Brittany Gerard. Not enough, however, as Georgia College and State picks up the 82-69. And after the break, Rich Rogers will be back with a final look at your work week forecast. You're watching NBC Augusta 26 News at 11. Stay tuned.
Well, temperatures don't look too bad across the country tomorrow, and in fact, in Tampa, 67 degrees a high temperature, so we'll only be a couple of degrees less than that at 65. We'll take a look at the national map here. Tampa 67, Augusta 65, and you see 40 over in Denver, 38 in Casper. So temperatures not too cold across the United States tomorrow. Here in Georgia, Carolina, we'll see highs reaching the 60s as well, with lots of sunshine. 63 in Evans, 64 Barnwell, 65 in Louisville, and 63 in Wagner. Here is that 7-day forecast. Of course, tomorrow, the big day, 65 degrees. Then we'll see a chance of showers coming in Monday, especially late in the day, 61. Turning cold for Tuesday and Wednesday, highs in the 40s, overnight lows in the 20s, and then warming up through the end of the week. But the big news for this upcoming week is very little rain, and starting off February on the wrong foot as far as that goes. So hopefully we'll get some a little bit later in the month.
And we can hope.
Yeah.
Well, we've all heard about the Super Bowl, but then there's the Wing Bowl. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania was home to the 17th annual chicken wing eating contest today, where the winner, John Super Squibb, downed an amazing 203 chicken wings. That's right, 203 chicken wings. Now, for his feat, Squibb also won a Mini Cooper and a $7,500 diamond ring. All that just for eating chicken wings.
Can he fit in the Mini Cooper after eating all of that?
That's a good question right there.
That is a good question. We can go to NBCAugusta.com, submit your good question.
Well, thanks for watching NBC Augusta News at 11. Have a great night.